Well, hey there, and welcome to Wedding Planning Simplified. I'm Amy, and I am a wedding planner and an educator here in London, Ontario. And if you are joining me today, I want to just give you a quick little cheers and say happy Thanksgiving. This is a recorded broadcast. I normally go live at 1 o'clock on Sundays, but I am traveling to be with family right now. I know that a lot of you are aware that it's been kind of a tough year where my personal family is concerned, and it's really important to me to spend some time with them. So I am in the car right now. But this was important for me to come and sort of chat with you a little bit about my feelings on gratitude. So I just wanted to say, first and foremost, thank you to you for being here with us at Wedding Planning Simplified, for following Unmistakably You, for being our cheerleaders and our supporters, and for following along with us every week. We try to come to you and to give you useful and helpful tips to navigate your wedding planning journey, which we know has been rocky, probably to say the least, over the last couple of years. And I know that you're hanging in there and you're doing the best you can. And so to those of you who have already had your wedding, congratulations. Cheers to you, and hopefully you're on your way to a marriage that is far better than your wedding was, even though your wedding was spectacular, I know. To those of you whose weddings we've been involved in, I can't say enough thank you for allowing us to share in your joy on your special day. And to those of you who are tuning in weekly for wedding planning tips and advice, thank you for being here. We wouldn't be anything without you. And it is our goal to help you to plan the best wedding that you can and to navigate the process with grace and with the feeling of support. So we are here for you. Even though we're not live today, I do thank you for being here and invite you always to get in touch with us. You can send us a message on Facebook, or you can email me, amy@unmistakably.you.com. We are here to help you with any of the wedding planning that we possibly can. And we look forward to helping you to celebrate the beginning of your marriage and your special day. So cheers to you. Now, in this season of Thanksgiving, I felt like it was really kind of topical and timely to come to you today and just talk a little bit about gratitude. I am incredibly grateful to all of the couples who allow us to share in their special day. And I also feel that it's really important for you to share your gratitude on your wedding day with your guests, with your family, and with your friends who have, in whatever capacity, made some kind of a financial and emotional and mental commitment to be there and to celebrate the start of your marriage with you. And I know, everybody knows weddings are expensive and time consuming, and they take a lot of emotional energy and mental energy and financial commitment. And while we all spend so much time thinking about those components of the wedding day, I think it's also really important in this season to acknowledge the commitments and the support that your friends and family have made to be with you to celebrate this day. And it's sometimes minimal in terms of a financial outlay, but there's always some kind of an emotional and mental commitment and support to you throughout the planning process and on the wedding day. And sometimes there really is a large financial commitment for guests who've traveled for quite some distance, or wedding party who have spent time and energy planning your bachelor or bachelorette parties, and who've thrown showers for you, and who've purchased attire for your wedding day and invested in things like hair and makeup, and then are also giving you physical gifts or or financial gifts on your wedding day, and your family who have supported you throughout your lives and in your relationship, and who are there to help you along your way as you navigate your marriage past the wedding day. And so there are so many people who have given a lot to be with you on this day. And I really feel that it's important that we find some ways on the wedding day and in the time leading up to and following the wedding day to really acknowledge those people who have given of their time, who have given of their support and their love and their encouragement to really help you to plan the wedding, to navigate the wedding day, and more importantly, to be with you on your journey through marriage. So that's why we're here to talk today about showing gratitude for your friends, your family, and your loved ones on your wedding day, and also before and after. So I'd like to start by talking a little bit about your wedding party. Now, you know, I'm not giving you any shocking news. Your wedding party has been there for you through thick and thin. They are most likely your friends, your family, who have supported you as you've met your partner, as you've dated your partner, as you've made the commitment to be married, and through the wedding planning as well. And often that's an incredible commitment of time and love and support, but also there's a big financial commitment there as well in terms of the gifts that they've purchased for showers, the time that they've spent planning stag and does, or hen and chickens, or whatever you call it in your neck of the woods. There have been, attire requirements for the day of the wedding, maybe for the rehearsal dinner, maybe for some kind of shower. There have been so many times along the way that they've supported you financially and emotionally and mentally. And I think that it's really important that you give them some kind of an indication of your appreciation and an acknowledgement of how much their support has meant to you. And it certainly doesn't have to be big, but I would really strongly suggest that your way of showing your appreciation to your wedding party is really personal. And so it's traditional to get your wedding party a gift to show your appreciation for standing up with you on the day. And I always encourage my couples to try and find a way to make this personal and special. And it doesn't have to be extravagant, but something that you know that your wedding party is really going to appreciate. Depending on their time and place in life, it may be that the financial commitment isn't such a big deal, but maybe you know that it's really important to them to spend more time with their partner. So maybe your gift is something that they can appreciate and use with their partner. Maybe it's a gift certificate to go out for dinner. Maybe it's a gift certificate to a winery or a craft brewery that they can visit on a trip. But I advise you to spend some time thinking about what's going to be meaningful and special as a way to show your appreciation to your wedding party for all of the time and effort and energy and love that they've given you throughout the planning process. And so getting a generic engraved flask is great, but is that really the best way that you could show your wedding party your appreciation for everything they've done for you? Maybe personalizing some kind of a gift that's, generically within the same financial ballpark, but that is really going to mean something to your individual bridesmaids and groomsmen. That's going to be a really special way to indicate to them how much you appreciate their support along this journey, as well as accompanying that gift with a really meaningful and heartfelt note or card or letter or something that just goes above and beyond that gift to really explain to them how very much you appreciate the support that they've shown you throughout the planning process and on the day of the wedding. Now, another segment of people who are very likely to have given you an incredible amount of love and support is your family. And they've been there through thick and thin. They've been there through your whole life. Hopefully, you have the kind of family that is supportive and loving and is willing to help you along the way with the planning and is going to be there to celebrate with you on your wedding day. And if that's the case, That's amazing. And I certainly hope that you are incredibly thankful for them as well, because we all know that not all families are created equal. But I do feel that it's really important that you show your love and appreciation for your family on your wedding day as well. If they're not part of your wedding party, there are certainly things that you can do to make a special memory for them. Parents, for instance, love to be included in, helping you to get into your dress or being involved in the getting ready process. There are special gifts that you can give to your parents to make them feel special on the day, to give them a lasting memento of your wedding day. Monogrammed handkerchiefs or special ways of incorporating your parents into something like your ceremony, for instance, even asking them to do readings or to be somehow incorporated in a meaningful ceremony like a rose ceremony with parents is something that we often see being incorporated. Finding ways for your parents to be involved in the day beyond the traditional first, father-daughter dance or mother-son dance and giving a speech. Finding ways to really show your love and appreciation and to find time to have those special moments with your parents. Maybe you could write a letter to your parents or to your mom or to your dad, and you could give them their gift and their letter as a special time with just the two of you prior to the ceremony and prior to your time being taken up by all of the rest of your guests. As a parent myself, I can tell you that even though my daughter is only 4, I'm already thinking forward to her wedding day and hoping that there is time for her and I to spend together and moments that we can take away from the chaos and away from the busyness of the wedding day, where it can be just her and I, and we can have those special moments, whether it's just a special glass of champagne that she and I share before the ceremony, or whether it's a meaningful, heartfelt letter or a gift. Not that parents are looking for things. They're not looking for stuff. They're not looking for you to spend money. They're looking for you to find ways to show your appreciation and to show your love in really heartfelt moments. They're looking for you to, to spend time with them and to show them how much you appreciate how they raised you to be the person that you are today and how they supported you along your journey in finding the person that you love. And of course, your guests have also been there along that journey, whether they're family, whether they're friends. They've supported you either as you've grown up or as you've met them in later portions of your life. But your guests, in many cases, have found ways to make time for your wedding, to travel to your wedding, to stay overnight at your wedding, to purchase a wedding gift for you, to show you that they are there physically, or if they can't be there physically, to be there emotionally for you, both on your wedding day and to support you through the journey of your marriage. And it's so, so important to find ways to acknowledge those guests and how meaningful they are to you and how much you appreciate their contributions to your wedding day, whether it's by their presence, by being there, or by their presence, by giving you gifts. So I would really advise you to take some time to just spend with your guests. And sometimes that means sort of creative finagling of your wedding day timeline. Maybe you're going to find a way to mingle with them at cocktail hour. If that means that you're going to do a first look photo with your partner, do most of your formal photos before the ceremony so that you don't have to spend those 2-ish hours in between ceremony and reception doing photos. Instead, you can mingle with your guests at cocktail hour and really share a drink, share some food, share some moments, and really connect with those people on a one-to-one basis instead of just a generic hello in a receiving line. Finding time to really connect with them and to thank them personally for being there is first and foremost what guests will appreciate on your wedding day. You can certainly also, if you can't do the first look or if you can't be at the cocktail hour, I would advise you to try to make the rounds during the dinner portion of your reception. It's often really challenging. You will have so many pulls on you that day. Everybody is going to want you to go somewhere and do something, and your photographer is going to want more shots. But ultimately, if you can find time during the dinner to go table to table, perhaps, and to really intentionally speak to and thank every single guest for being there to celebrate with you on the day, it will go so far in making sure that your guests know that you are grateful for them being there. During your speech, I would really advise you to spend some time in advance on crafting a speech that really demonstrates your gratitude for your guests, especially those who have traveled a long way or who have made particular sacrifices to be there. But just in terms of your guests as a whole, I really feel that it's important during your speech to give a heartfelt thank you and show your appreciation for them being there and for them supporting you throughout your relationship and your ongoing marriage. Another way that you can do that is, of course, through your guest favors. Now, I'm a big proponent of not giving something just for the sake of giving it. I mean, I've never been a guest at a wedding and been just so thankful for, that candle or that, photo frame or whatever it is. But if you can find a way to create a really kind of personal favor and accompany it with a really meaningful note or favor tag, it can be personalized. If you have the time to write a personal note to every single guest, thanking them for being there, I think that is so important. But of course, you may not have the time to do that. So even just a generic note that is truly heartfelt, that really is speaking from your heart to your guests and really showing them your appreciation for being there, you can tie that on to a favor, and it will go a long way to showing your guests that you appreciate them being there. Making the effort as they leave to say goodbye to each of them personally is also important. I mean, ultimately, yes, it takes you off the dance floor. Yes, it means that, your night is not just all about you, drinking and dancing, but realistically, when you're getting married, that's not what it's about. It's about hopefully really loving on those guests who have come to love on you for the day. And so making sure that as people are leaving, you're making a connection with them and giving them a heartfelt thank you for being there. And then following the wedding, thank you cards are not old-fashioned. They're not going away. They're not something that your parents and your grandparents did. Thank you cards are very much a real thing that you need to do. You need to find a way that is heartfelt, that is honest, that is genuine to show your appreciation to your guests. And I would really advise you to spend some time on this. I hate to sound old fashioned, but I'm going to do it. Writing a generic thank you that you copy and paste to everyone is not going to cut it in this situation. I really do believe that the old fashioned tradition of writing a handwritten individual thank you card really goes a long way. And regardless of whether your guests gave you a gift or a monetary gift that is worth hundreds or thousands, or if they give you a gift or a monetary gift that is worth tens, it doesn't matter. You need to show them that you are appreciative of them coming to support you and celebrate with you on the wedding day. And ultimately, keep in mind that you don't know necessarily what anyone's financial situation is. So you can't judge based on, well, they only gave me a gift worth X amount, whereas someone else gave me a gift worth X amount. That's not what this is about. Gratitude is a way of showing your love and showing how much you appreciate whatever they gave, and knowing that it was more about the thought than the dollar amount behind the gift. So please, when you're writing your thank you cards, dedicate some time to it. Make sure that you're making them personalized, and make sure that you are writing something heartfelt and meaningful to your guests. And I think that that really goes a long way to demonstrating your gratitude towards them. So ultimately, keep in mind that while you've spent countless hours and countless dollars planning this wedding, you couldn't do it alone. You wouldn't be who you are without your family. You wouldn't have gone on this journey without your friends. You wouldn't have had a good time at your wedding without your guests to celebrate with you. So please find some ways to really truly demonstrate your gratitude to your guests and to make sure that you know how meaningful it is that every single one of them was there to celebrate with you and to help you to start the next chapter in your life, which hopefully is a marriage that is infinitely better than your perfect wedding day was. So, again, thank you for joining me here today. Happy Thanksgiving. I hope that you are having a fantastic time celebrating with your family and friends. I am thankful for you, and I am thankful that I get the opportunity to share in such a wonderful time in your life. I am beyond honored that I am able to help couples to celebrate their wedding days and to start that next chapter. And it just makes every day of my job, even though it's been difficult to navigate, as we all know, in the last 18 months due to COVID, it makes every day of my job not feel like work at all. So I am thankful for you. I wish you a happy Thanksgiving. Cheers to you. I hope that you're celebrating with family and friends and your loved ones, and that you're taking some time to think about what you're truly thankful for and finding ways to incorporate that in your wedding day. Cheers. Happy Thanksgiving. As always, feel free to contact me with questions, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.